Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This time I'll be talking about my experience in the Motorsports Singapore Esports Championship. Now for those who doesn't know or doesn't live in Singapore, Motorsports Singapore created an esports event which is called the MSS Esports Championship 2022. Now there's 3 rounds. I was planning to record all 3 rounds, but unfortunately I forgot to record the other 2 rounds. But yeah, I managed to record round 1, which is something. So round 1 is in Singapore Marina Bay Street Circuit, and there are 2 races. Race 1 being a 20-minute race, and race 2 being a 40 minutes race. So without further ado, if I'm not wrong, let's get straight into this. Alright, prior to this race, I think I had quite a few wheel issues. I think the wheel just changed camera by itself. My wheel, I think back in the day, was a Trustmaster TXXW. Fantastic wheel for I think the past 3 years of sim racing, but all of a sudden this year it started to a lot of things started to happen with the wheel. These connectivity issues, which I think you'll see in the later part of the video. It will auto downshift, auto upshift. Maybe I think there's an example here of an auto downshift. Maybe here not wrong. Yeah, there's an auto upshift in the gears. I think you just try to keep track on the gears, and yeah, random headlight flashing also. So that's the biggest issue with this event, is that my wheel connectivity and my wheel in general isn't really 100%. So yeah, after this event I did change the wheel, change to a Simagic. So yeah, big upgrade for me. But yeah, anyway, I think my practice runs are so far not too bad. I did practice prior to this race, which is a first for me, knowing that I've never, I think, practiced intensively for a race before. And yeah, I think this is actually officially my first ever racing championship that I've done. I've never done any racing championships prior to this because I was below the age limit of all these events, let's just say that. But yeah, I managed to reach the minimum age to join, and yeah, this is considered my first somewhat esports championship. I do apologize if the headlight shining or like how the track doesn't really look that good, but it's all I have, so I'm just gonna make use of it. Now heading to qualifying, so I got quite good timing. I am quite much, I think, the 4th or 5th fastest. But yeah, running the medium tires right now. Now I think looking back, I should have run the soft tires, and I think I should have lowered my fuel. It's, I think, the biggest regret. So I think running the first lap now. So yeah, it's not really ideal. I mean, it's my first ever race, first ever like big event race whereby there are a lot of sponsors. So yeah, this is a first for me, and I think at this point I was very nervous. Because my first run, so because the first run, it can be literally anything, because anything can happen in the first run. So yeah, anyway, yeah, getting blocked by the guy in front, so not ideal not ideal for me, but oh well, I have to deal with that. Now I think a heads up spoiler for the next 2 rounds is that because I did fairly well in the second round for this championship. The second round was in Red Bull Ring. First race was quite eventful. The third race I would not like to talk about it, but yeah, didn't do well in the second race. Now and then the third round in Fuji Speedway, which is the final race. The first race I did fairly well. I did very well in meters of qualifying pace also, as well as the race. The second race is also quite good, I would say. Although I can say my starts are not the best, but even though I say the Fuji race is the one that I did well, I would say is this race that I actually pick as my favorite, because it's where it all started. It's considered the first race, is the start of everything right now. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys want to watch how I perform in those two races, you can head to the Motorsports Singapore Facebook and Asia Endurance Series Facebook to watch the Facebook live stream, because yeah, they don't really have it on YouTube, but yeah, they have it on Facebook instead. So yeah. Anyway, now coming towards my final run, currently in 5th position. As you can see, out of fuel, and I'm still using used mediums, which is not ideal. So good exit through the second corner there into the previous Singapore Sling. All I know is that I could have done better for this qualifying. Although I would say, I think I'll keep on saying this, but this is kind of like my first ever big league kind of like championship race. Although there's like 11 of us, but yeah. Anyway, I may have forgotten to talk about the car. Oh no, the car that we'll be driving is basically a Chevrolet Corvette C7R, basically a GTE car. So yeah, a car that I don't really drive that much, but yeah. Anyway, qualified 5th by the time checkered flag. So yeah, my race strategy at this point is just to be comfortable with the car, be comfortable with the whole pack actually. So yeah, now waiting for the 6 lights to go out for the race start. And here we go for my first race. Somewhat a good start, a bit of wheel spin I think, and trying to dive down the outside into turn 1, and I got absolutely sent into the first corner. That got me down to 7th place. So I think I got damage, a bit of damage, but luckily it's just bodywork damage. So yeah, side by side with car number 5. I am in car number 6. Yeah, not start that I wanted, but we move from there. So yeah, kind of defensive from me a bit, trying not get him on the side, and a bit of lagging there. From my part, my ping is around like 176 around there, so it's a very high ping. So not ideal, not under the recommended ping, unfortunately, not near it. Luckily it's not near it. So yeah, I was trying to have a cheeky move on to the Singapore Sling section on the car in front, but yeah, I thought it would be better to have the move is on the second lap. But yeah, a bit more damage there. I can tell you this race I wasn't really that I was really aggressive for my car as well as my driving style. So yeah, a bit of a move, and I think a bit of lag, or either he locked up and we moved to 5th place. So basically now we need to catch up to 4th and 3rd place, which we are near right now. Yeah, all I can tell you is that this pack is very competitive. Most of the pack consists of mostly like all the new rising stars of sim racing in Singapore, including me. A bit of lagging just now, but yeah, considering I'm doing well in 5th place for a first ever like big league racing. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, I am closing up to the back right there as I get a 5-second penalty. Although to be fair, I have to say, there are a few drivers including me saying that the penalty system of this track is quite horrible to say the least, especially when you exit through turn 1. Yeah, because if you go slightly wide, even if there's a mistake that you make, you will get a penalty. You will be guaranteed a penalty, unfortunately. So yeah, it's not like in Formula 1 whereby you got a 5-second penalty that will be applied to the race and to the end of the race. You really have to slow down on the first lap, on that lap itself. Alright, if you don't, you'll be disqualified. So not ideal for me. So yeah, what's ideal though is the two cars in front of me. I think third and fourth is fighting for position, and maybe that this may give me a chance to catch up to them maybe, as because of their fighting for position, I have managed to gain up to them and might be close for 4th place. I don't know. I think trying to go slightly on the outside, and that guy I think slowed down, maybe because he went too wide because of a penalty. I think maybe he has slowed down because of the penalty. I have no clue what happened there, but yeah, anyway, 4th place. We're gonna take it. So yeah, I think after throughout this whole race is just plain sailing, I'm not wrong. Nothing much happened in this race, to be honest. Yeah, anyway though, I have experience on this track for like, what is it, close to 10 years already, or just on driving on games, racing games that they have this circuit. Maybe because I'm from the country itself and I know the track well, but as you can see, there are a lot more people that know the track much better than me, considering that they have been in the game for very long, ever since when sim racing boomed in Singapore. But I just started out, and this is considered, I think, my 5th year in sim racing and my first ever year being competitive. But yeah, so far putting in a consistent like timing of 2:14 for now, 2:14 2:15 range. So yeah, and I think by the time that this video is recorded, being edited, this section will no longer be here for next year, if I'm not wrong. That section will not be here because of, I think, redevelopment works, as stated in the official Singapore GP website, I think. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, comfortably riding in 4th place. Nothing much to report except the fact that many people set up their cars so that they no need to fuel. Actually, for the whole championship, it's not necessary to pit. To make a pit stop, it's not a must to have a pit stop. So that's a blessing in disguise for me. I can set up the car for full race and no need to be worried about tires. There's things like lockup, there's like understeer through the Suntec section. But yeah, I think my performance for this championship isn't that bad, and the reason why I'm showing this race is still like talking about full blown like race summary is because this is the race that I actually cherish the most, because like I said in the beginning or a few minutes into the video, this is indeed a race that started it all, started my hunger for competition, hunger to compete in more competitions. But yeah, and I think at this point, when I was filming, I did pick up real life racing also, but not too much as I'm still busy with studies. Yeah, I think at this point someone need to do a counter, because I think I said that too much. So yeah. Anyway, still in 4th place, and we are catching up to the guy in 3rd place. So that's not bad. The fact that I can give a catch up game to this guy, as I left the guy in 5th and 6th place away. They can eat my dust. Yeah, for those who also competed in this competition, who is watching this race, good competition, good race, by the way. I would want to race you more in the future, but yeah, now clocking into the last minute of the race, and yeah, try to catch up with 4th place, as we are actually getting closer to him. Maybe you can get him on the final lap. I don't know, this is a bit foreshadowing something, because indeed something happened. Not to spoil something, but indeed something happened. I won't tell you what happened, but yeah. Anyway, heading towards the final lap, leaders on final lap. So this is currently the final lap for us, as we head through the Memorial area and now into Raffles City section. And this is when I think the biggest heartbreak for me happened. So yeah, all I can tell you is just give it a close listen. Oh man, I can still remember that feeling. At this point, I was trying to get my wheel back on. I was so sad at this point. I was so disappointed. Lucky it's not because of the error that I made, but mainly because of hardware issue. As okay, the penalty was my fault, to be honest. The penalty was my fault, but I was so heartbroken at that point. That because of that happening, I was in a good position and the wheel just disconnected. Anyway, I think running out the final corner to finish in 5th place, I think someone has ran out of fuel at that point, and this is how I felt. This is how I felt after that race. Frustration just took over with me. The anger just took over with me. I think after this race, I did let out quite a lot of anger. So yeah, it was very painful watching this back again. So yeah, anyway, we are into the second practice session. Second practice session at this point is kind of like useless, because 5 minutes of practice is not ample of time for practicing to set up your car properly, because I think at this point you are quite comfortable with the setup. You are able to get the car set up for the race and qualifying. So yeah, now heading into a 10-minute qualifying session, and not this one again, but another heartbreak. This race is a heartbreaker for me, but I mean, this is the things that happen in simracing, like how it happened in real life. But yeah, maybe I'll talk through this lap. So heading to the first corner, braking at the 100 meter mark into turn 1, we go at 3rd gear, slowly on the throttle into 2nd gear. 2nd gear into the 2nd corner, slowly go on the throttle towards the flyer section, the first section of the flyer section. Brake at the 50 mark, keep the car on into the 3rd gear, and into Raffles Boulevard. Try to keep left a bit more and try to cut in to the inside and straight out on the outside at the Suntec section. Brake at the 100 meter point and bring down the gear to 3rd gear. Brake near the 50 meter point and gradually get the accelerator, slowly press the accelerator into the Raffles City section. This is the hardest section for me, by the way. into the Singapore sling section, braking at the 100 meter mark, going down to third gear, and this is quite a dangerous section because it's just curbs everywhere. Into Anderson Bridge and brake once you see the sharp corner there. Slowly get on the accelerator at the hairpin there. Onto the Esplanade section, brake at the 100 meter board. Maybe I've now shifted too much and slowly on the accelerator on the exit. Now into the entry of the floating platform section, brake I think 50 meters before the 50-meter board. Brake at the before the 50-meter board. Slowly, don't go too much on the curb. Same goes to here. Gradually get your car settled through that section into the flyers section, I think. And into the final corner. This one you have to be careful your accelerator or don't go too wide. It's a penalty and across the line. Not the best lap guide for me because I think it's the first time ever doing a lap guide. But now going to the pits to put in some soft tires to get a faster lap. For now I sit at 5th place. As the fastest guy right now is a 2:11.9. No, it's a 2:11.6 right now. Man, these guys were very fast already. I can't lie. These guys are very fast people. I can't even keep up with them. So yeah. Now final lap. Going at good timing. Potentially I can get into 3rd place and the session ended and the car decided to spin. So another heartbreak for me, knowing that I could have gotten a better position, but the session decided to say nah. It's not your day. It's not your day. But yeah, now heading towards the race, and I didn't manage to get the car setup validated, so I was struggling at this point to at least get my setup to be available, and I got teleported to the pits, which means I got a penalty for setting up the car too late. So heartbreak, pain for me for the second race. So at this point I was so disappointed in myself on not being able to set up the car in time and not setting up the car properly so that it will be validated. And actually, when I set up the car during like trial races, it wasn't that validated, but for some reason for this race it was invalid. So it's just pain for me at this point. So 40 laps race has started. I'm now in 9th place at the rear end of the pack. I think a few others also got penalty, pit lane penalty. So a lot of catching up for me. A lot of things I have missed out on. A lot of like opportunities have gone. So and this is how far the pack is. They are already at the Esplanade section, and I'm just at the Raffles City section. So all I can feel is just pain. Now fast forwarding this, and I think at this point I was just trying to get myself composed, trying to calm myself down, try to get composed, try to be consistent, and at least try to catch up with the pack. So and eventually we did catch up to the pack though. I think we are fighting for 8th place. We are behind car number 3. So we managed to catch up to him, making a good exit down the final corner and into the inside we go. Can we make the move stick? That's the question. Yes, we can. Not going out too wide at the second corner so that we can not, so that we won't get a penalty. So yeah. So basically this setup. Oh boy, what? Oh, I was too aggressive in this race. Oh man, looking back, I was too aggressive in this race. I think a guy teleported to the pits. So now we are 7th place as we go into the pits because we are running out of fuel and I need to change tires. So yeah, the next 2 rounds I think I did not make a pit stop because I managed to set up my car to have enough fuel for the full 40 minutes for the next 2 rounds. The round in Fuji and Austria. So this was a learning point for me for the next 2 races. Actually, in fact, this race is just a learning point for me to kind of get myself like exposed, like how to race with professionals, how to race with the more experiences. We did gain a position for 6, but I think it's mainly because of a guy running out of fuel, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, not too much happening right now as we straight away clock towards the 8 minute and now 3 minutes timer because yeah, nothing really happened in this race. All I can tell you, nothing really happened. Maybe except for the final few laps. At this point, I did remember the leaders crashing. The guy, those in first and second did, I think, crash at the hairpin section. Yeah, if you guys want to watch the full race, because this is from my perspective, if you guys want to watch the full race, do watch it on the Motorsports Singapore or Asia Endurance Series Facebook page, because the race is only on those pages, unfortunately. So for those who don't have Facebook, you kinda have to log into Facebook. So rounding the final corner of this slightly boring race, and yeah, 6th place. So nothing much I can do. I did manage to salvage some points, fortunately, but yeah, this race was just a learning point for me. It's just a straight out learning point for me, as this is officially my first race in my first ever like racing league with a lot of sponsors. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you for staying this long if you managed to do so. Now here are the official results of round 1. So race 1, I did manage to get 5th place, and in race 2 I managed to get P6 in the race, and after round 2 and round 3 I managed to salvage some points and get P5 in the championship. So a bit of information, this is just the Singapore qualifiers for the main Motorsports Singapore Esports Championship. So top 2 will enter, and I didn't get the top 2, but it's a good learning experience for me. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.